Hey guys, welcome back to Blacktop's Kitchen. You know, in my last videos where I was doing the hammock camping on the motorcycle, I used some Mountain House meals because I didn't have time to start dehydrating before the trip. Well, I have another trip being planned for the end of October, and I thought it'd be a good time to start dehydrating some of the foods, things like that I do. So what I got for today is one pineapple. I also have one container, one of the larger containers of fresh blueberries. Now we're going to dehydrate those first. I generally don't do fruits mixed with meats and other things. So if I'm going to do meats and vegetables, I do those separately, or I'll do meats and then I'll do vegetables and then I'll do fruits. Even though the dehydrator has multiple trays, I just don't like mixing fruits with meats and other things like that. And you have to remember that a lot of this stuff you eat raw. And if there's any kind of cross-contamination, anything like that, you gotta have, you gotta do things right. It's not as scary as it seems. It's just a matter of just doing it separately. Dehydrating is very easy. And a lot of stuff, actually, here are the strawberries that I dehydrated the last time. And you can see they're very thin. They're good. They're like, you know what, it's similar to like a fruit roll-up type thing. They're awesome. Mix them in baking recipes, oatmeal, things like that. Now I'll do the same thing with the pineapple. I already have the pineapple cord and the eyes taken out of it. I didn't think I needed to show the actual stripping of the pineapple. If you guys want to see that, I can definitely do another video on doing that. Now because I share a lot of my food, guys at work, people I go hunting with, stuff like that, I'll use rubber gloves and not manhandle the food. Now, I'm going to do these pineapples in about a quarter inch thick, long strips, and then just lay them out on one of these mesh inserts for the trays. You have your standard tray, and then you have a mesh insert. It just makes them easier to peel off when they're done. Other forms of preserving, it's really a skill that everybody should really know a little bit about. I picked up this, about a year ago, 2 years ago. This is the Ball's Complete Book of Home Preserving. It has all the recipes and different things in here. And I tweak them and actually write little notes to myself to do it the way I like doing it. And some of the things that I do is like ground beef. I can ground beef with a pressure canner. Strawberry jam, raspberry jam. This is a jalapeno relish with zucchini from the garden, and this is just a straight standard cucumber relish. So I do a lot of stuff like that, put it away. Lots of pickles, tons of pickles, and salsa. I do tons of salsa as well because I like a really spicy salsa. And the tomatoes come from the garden, so. Now we'll talk about canning in another video. I haven't done any canning yet this year, only because I just haven't had the time. But when I'm camping, even with the pop-up, the refrigerator is only so big. I mean, we jam-pack it for a week trip or 2-week trip. To be able to have shelf-stable other items like ground beef, regular beef, chicken, things like that, it's all shelf-stable, so it doesn't need refrigeration when it's canned. It provides us with more room in the refrigerator, frees up room in the fridge that we don't need to worry about. Maybe don't even need to run the fridge. Power outages, things like that. I have foods that are shelf stable, kept in a dark, cool place in the basement. They'll last 1 year to 2 years. This ground beef here is from 2013, and I'll cook this up tomorrow. I generally keep it 2 years. I try to rotate my stock and use everything within 2 years. The book says a year. Most other professionals say a year. But that's generally for texture and taste. It's really not for safety concerns. There's a lot of people that believe different things, but I generally say 1 year is best, but I'll keep it for up to 2 years. Okay, so the pineapple, let's cut this pineapple into nice slices. And you want the slices to be uniform thickness. You want the whole slice to be the same thickness all the way through, because you want them to dry evenly. And then we'll lay them on the dehydrator trays. Now I make it so that none of the edges are touching. You don't want anything overlapping. And then we'll just keep stacking them up. Until we have all our pineapple. Now pineapple you generally don't have to prepare other than just clean it, skin it. Some fruits like apples, you have to pre-soak them in an acid bath, like lemon juice. And that slows down the oxidation, stops them from turning brown. Same thing with bananas. Alright, so the pineapple's all sliced up nice and thin. We got 4 trays. And now we'll just spread out the blueberries. Now these are some awesome blueberries I got from a local market. They'll shrink up to pretty much nothing. They'll look like little shriveled, like gravel almost. If you see any that are really soft, any stems, I already went through them once. One thing with preserving, you want to start off with fresh ingredients right from the start. You don't want to start preserving something that's already questionable. So we have the blueberries. Now if I have an extra tray, I'll put an extra one right on top just to give it some more airspace in between the heating unit and the blower. Again, this is the Nesco Professional. It's got a selectable temperature. It gives you a little chart right here as far as what temperatures to do different dehydrating. This unit here is right around $75 to $100. I do have a link below. What I started doing is all the products that I use on a regular basis and that we talk about in videos, I opened up an Amazon store so that you can actually see the products, you can see the reviews, the Amazon reviews right there. If you just click the link below this video, you'll see everything I use, from the camera that I'm filming with, some stuff I bought for the motorcycle, for the trip, my hammock tent, all different things that I use. If I can get a link on there to show it to you guys, what it costs, some of the reviews that other people are talking about, I'll put it on there for you. So I'll mention it now and then, as I'm doing things, but if you see this video and you see this dehydrator, go ahead and look for the link below the video, and if you click on it, it'll take you to that Amazon A store, and just look in the category to the right and you'll actually see this exact unit, what I'm using, and I love it. This dehydrator here is probably about 4 years old, and I use it pretty much all winter long, right into the fall especially, through the winter, for most of my backpacking meals, motorcycle meals, hunting, snacks, things like that. So if you want to check it out, just click the link below. Now for pineapple and blueberries, we'll set it at 135 degrees for the temperature, and it'll take between 6 and 8 hours. Sometimes it might take 10. you know, you're working with an agricultural product that has different moisture levels. So you know, after 4 hours, 6 hours, check it. See if it's starting to have that leather-like consistency, and squeeze it and see if any juice comes out. If juice comes out, moisture comes out, you have to keep dehydrating it. There's times, you know, depending on the humidity of the weather and what's, you know, the actual ambient temperatures and things like that. Sometimes it takes 14 to 16 hours, depending on the thickness of the fruit, the type of the fruit, basically the moisture content. So I'll take this, I'll bring it downstairs into the basement because it's cooler down there, and I don't run the air conditioner down there. I generally don't want a 135 degree heater in my kitchen while I'm running the air conditioning and things like that. But it's the only thing that I can do in the summertime for dehydrating. Short of doing it outside naturally with the sun and things like that. But where I live, that's not possible. Alright, so let's take it downstairs. We'll let that run overnight, and I'll check it in the morning. So the next time part of this video that you see, it'll be morning, and we will be looking at it. Generally, it will just be a handheld show you video, only because I'll be getting ready for work, and I can't set up to do a full production video. Alright, let's bring it downstairs. Alright, so let's see what it looks like. Sorry about the shadow, not much I can do about it. I'm in the unfinished part of the basement. It's actually the finished part, but it's where I keep the chest freezer that this is sitting on. So the blueberries are looking pretty good. They still need quite a bit of time, so we're going to let them go. Pineapple. Looking good. It's fairly leathery, which is nice, but still a bit tacky, and I can feel some moisture inside. So we're going to let these go for a little longer. What I'm actually going to do, because I want them really good and dry, I'm going to turn the temperature down to about 105, and I'm going to let them go for about another 8 hours. Alright, I'll show you when they're done. Alright, so it's been probably about down, and they're done. So what we have is like a pineapple jerky. You know, there's no moisture, they're kind of leathery. They look good. Let's check on the blueberries. Blueberries are good, they're fully dried. And we'll put these into Ziploc bags and save them for later. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Next up is mixed vegetables and chicken.